Srimati Vijay Lakshmi Vijay Kumar ma'am. Thank you so much for joining us in this conversation about Tattva Tantu. For any culture or tradition to flourish, we have to have quality at different levels, both intrinsic as well as in presentation. You have been at the forefront of organizing cultural events both in Bangalore as well as all over India, right from your days at the feet of Swami Chinmayananda as well as Swami Dayanand Saraswati, and later on with your own organizations, the Heritage Trust, which runs Gudya Sambrama, Shrishti Sambrama, the Heritage Drive, and of course an All India art exhibition. Could you tell us how all of these experiences have come together to present Tattva Tantu?
For me, art has not been other than life. So I looked at art through this eye of somebody who's looking at life and the beauty in life. So life has a lot of beauty, whether it's plants or it's a performance or even cooking for that matter. So everything feels like an art to me. So having grown up with Swamiji's and Swami Chinmayananda and Swami Dayananda Saraswati, I always remember what they say, that all art and all activity in our Sanatana Dharma and Indian heritage revolves around the divine. And so whether it's cooking you're doing or whether you're even standing in front of a mirror and dressing up, it's called Alankara. That's such a beautiful word. And to the Devi also you do Alankara. So all this is an art. Whether it's arranging Dasara dolls or it's, you know, creating a beautiful looking platter of food. When you offer Naivedyam, you know, you want it to look beautiful also. So there is this art involved in the entire life. So when curating anything, I've always found that you don't just look at one performance, but it's about the entirety of the whole experience. And even with the mementos, we've always tried to be very involved in it and brought that whole concept of this, I beg to not find a better term than holistic, but a very holistic approach to anything. So it's like we made kumkum. I mean, it's you ascribe it to the Devi, you know, and then you make kumkum. But the beauty of that color, the beauty of sitting and pounding it, and you know, everybody coming together. So all this and this whole wholesome view is what has helped me with curating any of the things that I do. So last year I had gone for another retreat at Vaidyagram. It was a healing sounds workshop that somebody did, and as I was standing outside and looking at the trees and, you know, just reminiscing and, you know, running through my mind and contemplating, I just felt that somewhere we have that thread that in our dharma we trace back to reality. When I say reality, it can mean a manifestation of any of the gods or even the Panchabhutas. So last year we did a workshop called Tattva Tantu, tracing the thread to reality, but through the Panchabhutas. When you say Panchabhutas, it's the Panchabhutas, it's the Panchendriyas, and it's the whole gamut of everything that comes through that, whether it's the temples. And we found that the experience was very beautiful. So at Vaidyagram, they thought that, you know, why not we make this like an annual event. So this year it's going to be still Tattva Tantu, where we are tracing the thread of reality. But this time we are tracing the thread of reality through that female energy, the Devi.
That's so wonderful. At Indica, we focus on scholarship, on the studying of the texts, the Shastras, and also transformation. So Tattva Tantu is probably the experiential aspect of this vision by Indica. And if one were to experience the Devi through the talks and the presentations that are going to be offered this time, how have you curated the session?
So the way we have curated it is we start with a homam in the morning. See, we have tried to bring in both academic, experiential, and the spiritual aspect to it, and also, you know, where we are actually worshipping the Devi. So we start early morning with a homam of the Devi. Each day it will be a different one, looking at a different aspect of the Devi. After that, we have a yoga session, because we also think that, you know, the fitness of a person is not just mental, the physical aspect also has to come in. What better form than yoga? So we have yoga, pranayama, and then we'll also have a session of yoga nidra, and we have talks. We'll have actual activities, like we want to do kolam, we will do flower weaving, and so we have a wonderful set of resource people. We will have Swami Taponidhi, who's from the Bihar school. He will be taking all the, he'll also be doing sound healing with yoga, Nada Yoga, and he'll take the pranayama and the yoga nidras. Then we'll have Dr. Ranganji. He'll be speaking more from the spiritual aspect, and we also have Swamini Brahma Prajnananda, who's from the Arsha Vidya Gurukula. She will also take the more spiritual aspect, and we'll have Dr. Guha Vishwanath, who will be, I can't say a bridge, but he'll also bring the Puranic aspects of the Devi, the academic aspects of the Devi worship, and he will bring all this together also. And then we have Rukmini Vijay Kumar, who will take from the perspective of dance, and how the Devi epitomized in dance takes you to closer to reality, if you would choose to. And then of course we have kirtan and bhajans in the night, and we have Vishnu Sahasranamam chanting in the morning, we have Lalita Sahasranamam chanting in the evening, and of course it's we have all the Ayurvedic doctors also giving us their view about how to become a better you through your balance in health also. So this is going to be somewhere where I hope, and I think personally, I will become not just a better human being, but a better physically fit also. So, you know, I mean, when we say human being, we have to look at our balance and the Ayurvedic term of swasthya. So that's how it is. And you know, the very atmosphere of Vaidyagram is beautiful. It's on a 40-acre or more campus, where, you know, you hear the peacocks also roaming around, and there's a lot of greenery. And yeah, another aspect is we are going to keep a small little plant exhibition of plants that are connected to the Devi. So there'll be the Navaksharas, which is the Devi's Aksharas, and plants that are connected, and we'll also have small little exhibition of a poster exhibition with, of course, the plants of the temples that are related to it. So that's an added aspect to the whole thing.
Wonderful. As a last closing question, Akka, you have always told me not to seek or not to keep seeking the Devi outside, and you also mentioned that last time you were worshipped as a form or rupam of the Devi. So how does one make this transition from worshipping her to becoming her to the union? Does Tattva Tantu lead us in some way, show us the path?
Well, we have guides and paths all over us. I can't claim that, you know, today you come to Tattva Tantu, that tomorrow you're going to become a Devi. I can't say that, but yes, it will give us a lot of inputs, where if we keep our minds open, we may be able to absorb some of it. And well, if they worship me as a part of Devi, it's not me, limited Vijay Lakshmi, it's a worship of what is within us. And when the people are able to see what is within, that is exactly what tracing the thread of reality is about. When we can see, it always brings to mind what Swami Dayananda Saraswati says, that we are not a one God people, we are an only God people. So we have to remove the layers, and then we'll be able to see that. Thank you so much. And I'm also a part of INDIC, so this is INDIC and Vaidyagram coming together to do this.
And Heritage.
And of course Heritage Trust, and it's I'm just a nimitta karana for that.
Thank you so much
Thank
for
you.
all the
Namaskar.
wonderful